Today I'm going to be composing a piece of music, and I'm going to try to bring you along so you can kind of see what I'm thinking as I complete the process. We're going to work today on a piece called Monkey. It's for my upcoming album, the Zodiac album. I talked about it in my Building Music with a Theme video, which you can find on the channel, but shortly it's going to be a 12-track album centered around the Chinese zodiac. Each song is going to represent one of the 12 animals, and today we're working on the 9th animal of the zodiac, which is the monkey. Now, I've been doing a lot of listening to like Chris Potter Underground album. The main idea of the band is just these interesting grooves. So that's kind of the inspiration. I wanted to try to create something that has a nice tight rhythm, and I'm hoping that I can design these groupings of notes that are irregular, like 3, 5, or 7, or 9, and then so that things don't resolve directly on the first beat of every measure. So I'm hoping that it has kind of like a polyrhythmic, like a regular groove type thing going. And so I'm going to start with the drums. I'm just going to make a placeholder groove. It might be kind of crappy, but it's just going to kind of act as our metronome. And you can see here that I've already put the tempo of the piece up pretty high, and we're in 7/4 here. So let's get started. So you'll notice that I'm going to do this in another color. This different color, the lighter green, is going to be the one that has the crash symbol on it. So next I'm going to work on the bass, and then this is kind of the idea that came to me initially. It's this interesting dotted quarter note rhythm that should loop in odd ways over the bar lines. So that's what I'm hoping for, and the main idea is this. Something like that. Also to note, I'm trying to pull in as much as I can from the personality of the monkey as well as the number 9. So here we reach up to the 9th scale degree, which is B flat over an A flat root. I stretch this rhythm out here, and you'll notice that we get back down to this A flat, but instead of being resolving at the beginning of that measure, it's like an upbeat off, or it's on the upbeat, I should say. And so it's going to make it so that this groove has this interesting push and pull. I want that irregularity. I guess I'll try to write some melody stuff here. What do I think about this one? Nine, 10 notes here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 notes here. Okay, so it is a weird phrase. I think it loops here. Kind of. Let's keep that one for now, and then I'm going to duplicate the piano and then have this in the left hand so we can easily test out different ideas without disrupting the top part there. What if I go weirder? So maybe something, I was thinking maybe mix the bass up, and yeah, we end up with that 9th scale degree. But we have the 5th in between, so it's a little obscured. So something like, right off the bat, maybe it will be more explicitly the 9th interval. So I don't know, we'll riff on something. That's the idea. Just repeat it. When does it resolve is the question though. Oh, 5 measures. Okay. All right, let's take this melody and plop it over here and see what happens. Oh. Which one do you think is better? This? Or I like this because it has this really strong riff here. And that's repeated. It's not altered until the very end where it gets cut off a little bit early. But I think this is stronger than having a bass line in which the way getting back down to the start of that loop again is altered, right? We have this and then a space and then note versus do versus do. And I think the way that you get to the start of the loop for bass lines is really important because it kind of defines the groove and it tells the audience this is where one is. Okay, after some deliberation, I've decided to add that extra note right here. And so it has like this kind of tumbling feeling going right back into the groove again. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 notes. 9-note bass line. Wait. What if the second half of this bass line? What if I make it different? Now, time to work on the Rhodes part. Something like that. Cool. Cool. And then where does it come in after that? I moved some stuff around basically, and I think I'm going to start the piece out as a bass solo, and then the drums are going to come in, and the piano is going to come in last. All right, guys, so check this out. I just realized this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not only is it 9 notes in the bass line sequence, it's also a 9-beat phrase. Completely didn't realize I did that. Oh my god. And then something else that I was thinking about is the next idea I want to try. I think this melody thing is kind of interesting, but it's not super great in my opinion, so I'm just going to put it over here. I wanted to link up with the top notes of this progression. that's the idea. And just to make it easier, I'm gonna copy the bass line here. Sometimes I do this. Make this really quiet. Interesting. Place this on top. What does it sound like? Okay. I think it's interesting, but I think it sounds too samey. Like, there's too much stuff that lines up. I think the beauty of this groove is that everything is not lining up. So putting something like this on top might be antithetical. So we've got 7, we've got 9. So then I thought maybe the roads should be something like 10, 11 beat phrase or something like that. That could be kind of cool. That could be kind of fun. But yeah, so let's start with 5 first, maybe. That's what I'm hearing. Ooh, kind of cool. Let's count the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. I mean, if we want to make it like resolve every like that, if I want to make a resolve with the rest of the stuff, which I think I do, could be cool. I gotta cut this one short. So I'm hearing something that's like da 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 do 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 do. Yeah, that's, I think, flat 7 and 1. Yeah. I mean, maybe. But what if I put this weird, what if that's the left hand, and then what if I put like a melody on top? And then let's fill in the gap so it's not identical to the rhythm below. La la da do 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 do. Next thing I want to do is the same rhythm, but like more dissonant. What about? It's like a budget Tigran Hamasyan Armenian folk melody. Okay, but let's focus. So here we are. I think this is very busy and discordant, and I do like it. However, I wonder if there's just too much going on, right? 7 on the bottom, 9 above, and then 10 on top, or groups of 5 if you want to think about it like that. But maybe there's just too much nonsense going on. I think it's time to try some melodies. So my melody just came to me. Yeah. Oh. Oh, almost. What about that? Go. And then what if I just transpose this up? I'm hearing, wait. How about minor third? How many notes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fourths, maybe. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool, that's really cool. I like that a lot. What about this last measure being a different? Okay, so the only thing I did now is I made it so that that last phrase is a little bit longer so that it resolves, the pattern resolves on the downbeat. So let's try to listen to that again, see how it changes it. Repeat that tag. And then let's do into this, that. that is an A section. A lot of work went into this one. I wouldn't say that it came to me particularly easy this time. Sometimes music comes easy, sometimes it comes hard. But overall, I'm super happy with how it turned out. We got the 7/4 groove, 5-measure phrase, super interesting. We got this bass line, which is a 9-beat phrase and a 9-note phrase. And then on top of that, we have another 9-beat phrase with another 9-note phrase in the right-hand Rhodes part. So basically a gigantic 9/7 polyrhythm. And it accomplished what I wanted to. These phrases are not resolving at the same time, and so it has this tumbling feeling, this kind of craziness, which I think embodies the sound of the monkey. And yeah, I'm just super happy with how this turned out. The next task will be to write a contrasting B section, maybe with a different groove or time feel or pattern or something. But yeah, that's all for now. So if you learned something, please hit that subscribe button. You can give me a like as well. And then write in the comments where you think I should take this piece next, because it is a work in progress. Any advice to me, any listening, things you think that are cool. I definitely need some ideas going into this bridge. So thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I hope to see you in the next one.